Hey guys, Colby here. Welcome back to Watcher of Realms. This weekend, we probably have the must summon weekend. If there was one weekend of must summon for Watcher of Realms, I think this would be it. By the way, look at that, level 69 on the top there. I think is the best level. I should try and stay at level 69 just for the memes. So yeah, let's get on to the point of the video, right? This is a Zilitu guide showcase since I've got her already. And I'm talking about a must summon weekend. Well, the reason is because she is offered through this 10x alongside Nocturne, which of course Nocturne is great for the guild boss, but everybody will be summoning hoping for Zilitu and of course Dolores, which I'll also showcase in a video following up on the channel, so make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Why do I say Zilitu is a must summon? She is the champion, the hero in the game to just slap down that guild boss. If you're looking to improve your guild boss damage, then you don't understand on how much damage she does. I didn't have her up until recently, the first month of or so at least of when I was playing the game, more than a month and a half. I only have her for 2 weeks, and once I got her, my clan boss team just skyrocketed in damage. She just does double the damage that what my previous top damage dealer used to do, right? Double the damage. And I'll show you how I use her in just a second, guys, and some reasoning behind on how to place her correctly within certain battles. So let's go over her kit very quickly. Deals 100% damage to one enemy, so single target, including airborne, so she can attack airborne units, but I wouldn't suggest placing her in the airborne PvP fight there. She just attacks one unit, and I think in that stage, specifically for PvP, multiple enemies come and she won't be able to take them down that quickly unless she's got extreme burst. Block targets take 20% more damage. Remember this part, guys. This is huge for the guild boss, and I'll explain what I mean by that. Then we have a Will of Hegemony. This is her ultimate ability. By the way, must skill up. You must skill up. Zilitu just gives her an insane amount of damage. When triggered, deals 300% extra damage in a larger range by for 25 seconds, inflicting burning every time the hero attacks. This effect duration is increased by 1 second for every kill during the skill. The kills, I mean, that's nice, but doesn't really happen when you do the guild boss, right? It's just the 25-second duration, which gets boosted up as well as your damage when you skill this up. Then she's got a great passive. Each attack launched deals extra true damage equal to 40% attack one time if the target HP is higher than 80%. So this also helps you to do more damage. I'm not sure if this applies for the guild boss, right? It's not that easy to test. Maybe I'll try it on the test server to check on this, because the guild boss works a little bit different. It does have a percentage overall health, but when you start fighting the guild boss, he has a different way of counting health, and it's basically a timed event. It's not a get his health to 0 type of event, the guild boss in this game. And then we have the passive Empress Might. Charges energy after 3 seconds of not dealing damage, increases damage by 5% per second up to 25%. The charge energy will be consumed in 1 second, and the damage increase will end. All right, so this is huge in terms of charging her up. You'll see like a small animation on top of Zilitu's head, and that's when she starts smacking for increased damage. Okay, but this doesn't really work for the guild boss because she just immediately starts doing damage. There's no way to block her from doing damage to boost her damage up, unless you've got Twin Fiend, which I think counts as her not doing damage. So in terms of awakenings, I would say, since I do have a copy of her, the next best thing for her, for how I might be using her, would be this Will of Hegemony. Her ultimate ability boosted up by another 10 seconds. That's just another 10 seconds of doing way more damage. And then the rage regen is alright. The recovery of health is okay, but honestly, the A3 is where it's at with Zilitu. A1 is alright also. Crit damage, I mean, it's crit damage. I would have preferred if it was attack, if I'm being honest, but yeah, just a tremendous skill. Let me show you on how I have her built out. Of course, she is work in progress in terms of stats, but if you see here, you're trying to get the Infernal Roar set if you can. That is ideal for damage. But I just have random pieces on her on the right side. On the left side, I have the attack percent, looking for crit rate, crit damage, attack speed. I'm testing out different ways to building her with maybe more attack percent or more crit damage, but gearing in this game is very difficult, so you need to spend thousands upon thousands of energy to actually start getting these sets. So I'm taking my sweet time with everything. I'm not really trying to farm everything immediately at the moment, but I do have these stats: 14.5k attack, 325 speed, and then almost 100% crit. I mean, that doesn't really matter because she constantly attacks. It's not like Raid Shadow Legends where your attacks are basically a single attack every turn you take, so you need that 100%. In this game, you keep on attacking all the time as the fight goes on, so you keep on attacking. So getting one non-crit is not the end of the world, because you'll keep on attacking and the average will be better instead of just having that one attack you're going to do and you need it to crit. But obviously don't go with 50% crit rate. Ideally, you should focus on a little bit higher than crit damage. That's kind of a lot. In terms of rage regen, I don't have any, but I've heard good things about having a little bit of rage regen. And then artifacts, I do have Crystal of Vileness, which I believe is the best one for fighters at the moment. So I had 2 copies of it as well, so I thought I might start leveling this one up and make her as strong as she can be. I fully skilled her up. Eventually, this took me a long time, but it is worth it. Look at that. Up to 50% boost in damage, and then a tremendous boost in everything else. So let me show you what I mean very quickly on the one of the passives that she has. She needs to be right on top of the guild boss when she is doing damage, because she'll be doing more damage. If she is blocking a target, she does 20% more damage, and when you put her right on the face of the dragon, she'll be doing more damage. So have a look right now how much damage she'll start doing once I place her here. This is not a blocked, we're not getting blocked. All right, so 32.527, 32.527. So if I restart the fight, I have no other heroes on the board. 32.527. I place her right on the front there. You cannot place it on the red side. You can put it on the green side. So boom, look at that, 39,000. So very simple change, but very obvious there in terms of getting some damage done. And I'm not sure if Twin Fiend allows her to get that passive going, but because sometimes the guild boss is so chaotic that I don't have time to look whether she actually is charging up her passive. So if I do Twin Fiend, she should stop attacking here, and yeah, she's not doing it. I would have noticed. Oh, there it is. Okay, I didn't notice. There it is. So he did charge her up, and that gives her a bit of extra boost in terms of damage. 50% boost to damage is quite insane. I would consider. And that only lasts for a couple of seconds, but she is doing a lot more damage. So let's quit the battle, and I'll show you the actual run that I do, and the amount of damage that she does in the end is quite insane. What you want to be doing for the guild boss is, because of the duration that she has and the rage that she requires in order to have her ultimate available during the time the shield is up, what I do is I activate her ultimate a little bit early on the first time around, just because I need to have that ultimate for that third shield. And I don't have a rage regen healer such as Elowin. So without that in mind, I had to adjust the timings of my ultimates, at least with her. So you'll see on when I do activate it, I think it's around the 30-second mark where this will start going on. In terms of the ultimate, there it is, 20 seconds. She starts, and it has a long duration, especially when it's skilled up, has a long duration. So she's smacking on the boss as much as she can. She doesn't smack when Twin Fiend is doing his ultimate, but she is charging up her passive, which helps us do more damage. So she is my #1 damage dealer. She has my best gear. And when I want to try and push for something else, I have to move every single piece that I have on her to somebody else in order to do something. But she is worth it because she pushes my guild boss team to the limit. The burning that she does a very solid amount of damage, right? Magic damage. She's very strong, but the fact that she does magic damage can deter her from doing cool things in specific areas of the game in terms of PvE. but she's very good, and I'll show you which other area she's good at. Look at this third shield on how easy it drops because of her. And I think I'll have her ultimate again, I believe around the 10-second mark or so. And we see that we're already at 19,000 almost. I think her ultimate, I barely managed to pop it up. There it is. We passed the 20k mark again. It was my first time ever passing the 20k mark yesterday. So today, look at that. Let's end the fight and see 20.466. All right, I think that's around the same damage I did yesterday. And have a look at the amount of damage that Zilitu will be doing. All right, have a look. Look at that, 44 million compared to 23 million. And it's not like my other heroes are not geared up. My Setram is my second best geared in terms of what he does and the amount of crit damage he has. So it's not like I'm not gearing them properly. It's just the fact that she is so strong. He's actually a little bit higher in terms of power, 82.9, and she's 82.6. Okay, and this guy has pretty much the same stats. The speed is lower. But yeah, look at that attack, 14.7 to 218, 86%, 352 crit damage, and he also stacks up, and he's fully maxed out, and she still does double his damage, and he's A2, and she still does double his damage. But of course, it's the group of heroes that makes it so. It's not like you're gonna drop her in and immediately start doing that amount of damage. But have it in mind that she is a must-have at the moment in the meta that is within this game, and you'll see her in every single guild boss team if you look at the global rankings for the guild boss. So it's not like she'll drop off later on once you become really end game and have all the top gear and you farm thousands upon thousands upon thousands of runs to get everything. And of course, these guys are the whales within the game, so their gear is not totally representative of what we can usually do in terms of farming, because like every one ancient takes at least like 500 runs or something. So imagine also getting the right set, the right stat bonuses that you need, the substats like rage region as well in there. So yeah, the stats that you're looking for, very similar to what I had, but also the sets play a huge role into making it like the perfect combo for what you're trying to do. But you'll see here, he's on the top alongside Dolores. Like Dolores will be the next video that I'll be making. So that was one area that I constantly use her, is of course the guild boss. I do use her in some of the promotion raids where she fits as a fighter. Of course, faction trial where she fits as her faction there with Twin Fiend and all that. But where she really shines is, look at my artifact material team, guys. Just count the seconds that it takes because of just Zilitu and Dolores, basically. I'll show it on the Dolores video as well, but just have a look at how quickly she can do it. Once you have the proper gear and with power of dominance, this team is then possible, and you can take out the artifact material boss. I think with the stopwatch, that's like a 16-second run. I don't even have the cost available to drop more units. Just drop the tank, Dolores, my Valkyria, and then my favorite Zilitu. And of course, you see the damage difference there. This is because I can only drop her first, and I cannot drop Zilitu because of that stupid artifacts that Zilitu has. It spawns that ad that has 100% of her stats. It spawns it right where the tank is supposed to be, and it doesn't allow me basically to drop Zilitu first. So that's why I did it like this, and it works perfectly fine. I mean, if I placed her a little bit further back, that would have still allowed her to hit, but with 20% less damage. But that is another example where she is so good for. I think Zilitu deserves whatever rating they give her. If they give her anything less than an S, like a top tier, I will be very disappointed. I honestly don't use her in arena that much, but I definitely agree with everything else. Like Tide, she is good because she also boosts up the power of the whole squad. Sustained DPS, yeah, those are very tanky targets, so she's great in there. But Artifact Material and Guild Boss is where I think she's just top, all right? And everybody here also says it and confirms it. So this was my video with Zilitu. Thank you all for watching. Let me know down below in the comments on what you think on Zilitu, how you do have her. Are you gonna go for more awakenings? I'm still thinking about it if I'm gonna summon. I'm very close to pity though, and I would love some awakenings for my own Zilitu, hoping for an awakening 3. If I'm really lucky slash unlucky, I'll get like a Nocturne, which I think it's alright, getting a plus 5% maybe there, or this awakening 3 is also nice. Yeah, that's it for today, guys. Thank you all. Go get Zilitu this weekend. It's gonna be worth it for your account, and she's gonna have her skin also released quite soon. I'm not sure when, but yeah, it's coming. It's coming soon to the game.